the idea that she only seems to react with any emotion when it has to do with her, because you touched on that as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. It's like she can't be bothered by any of this until it's about her, and then we know her tears are flowing.
Yeah, and then the tissues start coming out. All right, let's bring in our guest, still with us to discuss, attorney Michael Jaafar. Michael, in a minute, it's going to be the defense's turn to put on some sort of presentation. I mean, what do they have to do to counteract this, if it's even possible?
I was hoping you would ask that. Here's my answer. Any defense attorney or former defense attorney watching this feels so much guilt for the defense attorney. I've been in these chairs multiple times. We've all sat through our own fair share of sentencing. This is the most difficult part of a criminal defense attorney's job, right? When you have to stand next to somebody at a sentencing where you have nothing to say. There's no factor you can bring up. There's nothing. The whole courtroom is against you. Just imagine being in the center of a pill, and all the shell casing of the pill is all trying to take you, right? That's exactly what you feel like in this position, because at the end of all, look, there's a video, there's an effigy, there's basically a funeral, a wake, there was a sentencing, there's victim impact statements. You had 7 or 8 things completely against your client, and you're sitting next to your client who's a monster, who's been painted as a monster. Then you have to stand up and talk, and then you have to open your mouth and say stuff, and the stuff you have to say can't embarrass you and destroy your career. What do you do? I don't know what the defense attorney is going to do, but we are very, very, practical people. We come up with stuff. We're innovative. For that attorney to have that case this high of a profile, I have to assume that this attorney knows what he's doing, knows what to say. He's going to say something that's not going to completely embarrass him. In the beginning of my career, Michael, I would embarrass myself at these sentencings. I'd have nothing to say, right? And I'd get up there and I'd say stuff. I've had judges laugh at me in the first 2 years of my career, right? Because of how difficult this is. And then you have to become seasoned, experienced, and then you start to know what to say, and more importantly, what not to say. I don't know what the defense attorney is going to say, but this is going to be the most difficult sentencing presentation by any defense attorney. It's not possible. You could tie it. You can't get more difficult than this.
Well, and I have to say 2 things. Number one, the video, watching it again, where you can see the crash on I-25 and you can see them folding the flag for the fallen officer. You just, a visceral reaction. How can she not react to that? But number 2, Michael, she has all kinds of supporters seated behind her, and I know we're running out of time, but I think that makes a significant difference. The defense attorney may not have to say much because she does have support in that courtroom. Michael Jaafar, thank you so much for joining us tonight.